play far post. Calvo's there, and it's in. It's Celso Borges, and what a big moment.
Well, John, Canada's hopes of qualifying for Qatar will wait for yet another day, so we'll look to the game against Jamaica on Sunday. Let's talk about Costa Rica and the game there, the first loss for Canada in this campaign. What can we take from their 10-man performance?
A lot of positives. I mean, you would think that going down a man on the road in a hostile environment like San Jose at Estadio Nacional, that, they would sort of, wilt under the pressure, but they didn't. And if anything, it looked as though, Costa Rica was playing a man down. I mean, Canada really sort of ramped up the attack and really applied the pressure on Costa Rica during that second half, in which they totally dominated them. I mean, they were very aggressive, really went at them, outpassed them by a wide margin, put them under a constant stream of attacking pressure. And but for, some great saves by Costa Rican goalkeeper Keylor Navas and some unfortunate luck, Canada hit the post and crossbar, we'd be talking about a 1-1 draw and Canada qualifying for the World Cup. So I think there were a lot of positives, just their mentality, the fact that they, bounced back so nicely after going 10 men down and didn't use that as an excuse, to hang their heads and just sort of throw in the towel. They doubled down and really doubled their efforts on the attacking end. I think that's a really strong sort of statement about the mentality and, the toughness of this Canadian side.
John, is it not a bad thing, to face a little bit of adversity, considering this Canadian team has kind of sailed through qualifying?
No, I think you're exactly right, Sigmund. They have kind of sailed through. I mean, they've picked up, points on the road in the United States and Mexico, and they've, beaten the region's traditional heavyweights. And so it really has sort of been smooth sailing. And I'm not sure that this is the worst thing in the world. I mean, John Herdman talks about, staying humble, staying in the moment, not getting ahead of themselves, and staying focused on the next task at hand. And so I think this was a bit of a learning experience for them. The fact that, they showed their true colors again, showing a lot of mental fortitude and, strength and overcome this adversity. And I think it's just a learning experience for them. And I think they'll, if anything, they'll be stronger for this experience of what they went through in Costa Rica last night.
Well, the task at hand is Jamaica on Sunday, a chance to officially book that ticket to Qatar. What approach do you think John Herdman is going to take? Is it going to be that front foot, aggressive style in the early going of the game?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's really sort of put a marker down early on, really come out aggressively and, attack full throttle against the Jamaicans, really sort of force them into mistakes and really, set a tone early on and take control of the game and just sort of force the issue and put Jamaica on the back foot. I don't think there's any need to be conservative here, but to be sort of, tactical in their play or be coy about it. I think it's going to be an all-out attacking assault. And, as I said previously, we saw that against Costa Rica, especially in the second half. It just didn't sort of pan out due to, some fantastic goalkeeping and some poor finishing. So I don't think there's any need here for Canada to reinvent the wheel or ask, tactical questions of themselves as to what the right approach is. I don't think we need to read too much into the Costa Rica loss. I think this team is on firm ground and there's no need for them to sort of change things up, stick with what they got them here, and that's playing, football on the front foot.
36-year drought is about to end. It'll likely happen in a homecoming environment on Sunday. As someone who's covered this team for decades, John, how does that sit with you? Hearing that.
It's kind of surreal, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I can remember when they failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. I wrote a column that said, in essence, you could write off 2022, that this team isn't going to qualify for the World Cup. And, let's look ahead to 2026. And, looking back on it now, it seems kind of silly just as, considering how well the team has progressed. But at the time, the program was in a real sort of dark place and there wasn't much hope. I mean, Alphonso Davies had debuted after that loss the following year, but there was a sense that this was we had no sense of what was about to come, right? This was before John Herdman was hired. So, I mean, full credit to John. I think he's done an incredible job of turning the program around and changing the culture of the Canadian national team. And obviously he's been blessed by, this golden generation of talent. But yeah, I mean, even though this has been on the cards, since January, when we knew that qualifying was going to be a mere formality, it hasn't quite sunk in. It's kind of surreal, and it's kind of unbelievable that they're going to do it after a 36-year drought.
John, thanks for this, and looking forward to Sunday's game.
Cheers.